Listen here, we finally know where Wanda Maximoff is and if she's alive or not. So let's get right into this video. So we got a lot to go over, but essentially there is a new comic run about the TVA, and essentially it incorporates people like Spider-Gwen, Gambit, Deadpool, a variant of Wolverine, and Wanda Maximoff is in it. And essentially this is canon to the MCU. I'm going to show you the article right now and we're going to talk about it. Essentially right here, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is now officially connected to the Marvel Comics continuity as a new comic series debuts, which acts as a bridge between the live action universe and the pages of the comics. Of course, within the multiverse, everything is connected and crossovers between different media formats have been seen before, but the TVA comic series directly ties the MCU and Marvel's main comic continuity together. I can't say that. Anyways, issue number 1, this is how it started off. Kicks off with Spider-Gwen having been recruited by the TVA to help launch the new and improved TVA after the events of Disney Plus series Loki's second season, when the temporal loom was destroyed and the Marvel multiverse was freed from the organization's control. So essentially we know that Spider-Gwen will pop into the MCU at some point. She is now in the TVA. She was in the 616 for a while with Miles and Peter, but now we have her. So essentially, we're going to go into the next part, which is the juicy part. So issue number 3 came out today, or for some people who got early, yesterday. And we're going to dive into those details and that information right now. So essentially, as we see Spider-Gwen going down the stairs, it ends with her seeing Wanda in some sort of cryo chamber, and it says, "To be continued." To which, it's crazy because Pepe Perez confirms that Wanda from the MCU is the one in the chamber. It's essentially the person who did the art for the TVA comic, and this came from Phil Phenom Contini. So thank you very much, Phil, for that. But this is amazing. This confirms a lot. It obviously confirms that Wanda ended up there. But how? We're going to obviously assume that red flash was the TVA slowing down time to pick up Wanda. And I am so pumped. I can't tell if you know I'm talking really fast in this video, but it is what it is. And essentially, we're going to go into more details that my buddy Austin actually put out. Scarlet Witch is located in a room called the Department of Deferment inside the TVA. Deferment, by definition, is the action or fact of putting something off to a later time. Postponement. Could the TVA be preserving her for Avengers Doomsday? Now, the thing is this. They could definitely say that they are holding her on ice, kind of like how they've done Bucky, kind of like how they've done Steve and other characters. Now, with this being said, Dr. Doom, who's supposed to get to the TVA, supposed to take Loki's powers for Doomsday, or whatever they're doing now, could go there and save Wanda, and he could end up being her knight in shining armor. He could also use the manipulation that he looks just like Tony Stark to make her work with him. Obviously then falling in love with him and helping him do whatever he needs to be done. Next up, just so you know I'm not pulling your leg, I'm going to show you the list of characters in this comic panel and what universe they're from. So check this out. Captain Carter, Peggy, Earth 76. I believe that's the What If one. Gambit, Remy LeBeau, alternate universe. Now from what I'm told, that is Channing Tatum's Gambit, but who knows. Next up, Spider-Gwen of Earth 65, which is now in the 616. Ingrid, Jimmy Hudson, which is a variant of Wolverine from 1610. Sylvie, who we know is going to return. B-15, who we know is going to return. Doc Clock is a supporting person. Miss Minutes, Mobius M, Ouroboros, Sir Seconds, and Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff of Earth 19999. If that doesn't tell you that that is the correct Wanda, I don't know what other information you need from me. This is very much a thing where they're constantly stating this and pushing this. So if you don't believe that, I don't know what to tell you. There's all these facts going around, and it's simple as that. Now, the fact that we're getting her, I mean, look at this picture. Right down to the Darkhold fingers. We see the Darkhold fingertips. She's literally in her Multiverse of Madness outfit with the tiara and everything in hand. I mean, and it literally looks like Elizabeth Olsen. But how do you know it's canon? Because they're starting to put other comic characters also. Remember Kahori, or however you say her name from What If? Well, check this out. Both also MCU canon, since the Kahori comic referenced What If Season 2 events and was worked on by people involved with the show, and TVA was written by Loki's writer, Catherine Blair, who confirmed it was canon in a podcast, and in issue 1's preview, they referenced events from Loki Season 1 and 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine, which obviously Deadpool and Wolverine can be there. We'll get Deadpool obviously working with the TVA. We got Channing Tatum's Gambit, who we saw pulled out somewhere from a post-credit scene from Deadpool and Wolverine in that little panel. It's all come into place. It's all happening. So stay tuned. I will update you as much as I can around the clock. and have a great night.